Hey there, Gemini. It's Bridget with Native Touch Tarot. Welcome or welcome back. We're going to jump right into the fun stuff. So, we're going to start with a message from the universe, go into tarot, and then wrap everything up with an alchemy of the spirit card. So, what is the message from the universe for Gemini? No act of kindness is ever wasted. Some of the kindest people you will ever meet have been through hell and back themselves. That strengthens their compassion and empathy. If this is describing you, keep being the beautiful soul that you are. Gemini, you beautiful soul. Okay, spirit guides, come join Gemini and myself for this tarot reading, please, and thank you. Let's have some fun together and guide my hands and my heart through this reading. So, current energy, Gemini. Wheel of Fortune. Something's changing. Two of Pentacles. Then we have the Queen of Pentacles with the Eight of Wands. The King of Swords with the Ace of Cups. Seven of Cups with the Eight of Swords. So, let's talk. Let's see what the universe wants you to know, Gemini. First of all, your luck is changing. The Wheel of Fortune is telling me that you are doing something to get that wheel turning in your favor. So when the wheel starts turning, it simply means your luck is changing for the better. This could also be a card of karma. This really could be karma finally coming back around. This could also be a card of fate. Are you fated to do something or to meet someone? Because then we have the Two of Pentacles. This card is all about juggling priorities. Okay, so this is a card of balance. This is a card of possibly meaning you might have to be a little more flexible with what is going on in the world, or your world rather. So spirit guides, why do we have the Wheel of Fortune and the Two of Pentacles here for Gemini? With the Five of Swords. So the Five of Swords energy, that's a card of conflict and feeling defeated. So you're feeling defeated and you're trying to juggle your priorities. Are you dropping a ball by chance? Do you not think that you're doing a good enough job keeping everything in the air that you have to? I would not worry about that because your juggling is really shifting the wheels in the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. Things are going to start to turn in your favor. We just have to try a little bit harder to keep those balls in the air. Okay. So we just got to keep juggling, keep aiming for that balance, and try to be more flexible with what is being tossed at you this week, Gemini. And that feeling of defeat will start to fade away. Okay. Because then in our second position, we have the Queen of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands for potential challenges, if any. So the Queen of Pentacles is a very down to earth energy. Okay. So she is well aware of how the world works. She's been around the block a couple of times. And yet, she is someone who is always warm and generous to whoever is with her. She is all about abundance, prosperity, but it's a very nurturing. Instead of the king being rigid in his security, the queen is all about nurturing love, that trustworthy, down to earth energy. because then we have the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands is a card telling me that something is going to start moving quickly. Okay, the Eight of Wands is an action card. So either news is going to come in quickly, or maybe you're going to have to make a decision. Because when you see this card in a reading, when a decision is on the table, it's the universe's sign telling you now. Now is the time to make your move. So let's see what this energy is doing. Why do we have the Queen of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands? The Six of Wands. You're going to be recognized for something, Gemini. We're going to be recognized, or people are going to be jealous of you. So whatever this movement, this action, this news that is coming in with the Eight of Wands, it's going to leave you being recognized for your efforts. It's going to leave you, again, people might be jealous of how far you've come. This is a very proud energy. This is a card of triumph. So congratulations, whatever you've been working on. Maybe the Eight of Wands is finally your sign to move forward with whatever you're going to be recognized with. But it's going to be something big. It's going to be something big. Then we move on to our next position, which is advice from Spirit. So we have the King of Swords and the Ace of Cups. The King of Swords is all about truth and structure. So this is a card of ethics. The king could be a person in your life. It could be you, or it could just be the energy. But if it's a person, this person is very trustworthy. They're very honest. They're very intellectual, very analytical. So pick your words properly around them, because they're going to be listening and they're going to be kind of dissecting what you're actually telling them. But then we have the Ace of Cups, and the Ace of Cups is a new beginning. Usually a new beginning as far as an emotional connection, a new love, a new romance. This card could be also falling in love with yourself. This could be your inner attunement. This could be really focusing on getting yourself straight as far as love and emotions go. So Spirit Guides, why do we have the King of Swords and the Ace of Cups here for Gemini for this week? What do they need to know about this energy? The Three of Pentacles. So the Three of Pentacles is a card of teaching, card of learning, a card of collaborating with a small group. So are you looking for guidance? Is the King of Swords an instructor of some sort? Are we starting a new class, a new journey? Is the King of Swords a mentor to you? What can this person teach you this week? And I think that's the way, at least that's how I'm feeling right now, that the King of Swords is a person. This is going to be an instructor. This is going to be a boss. This is going to be a mentor. They're going to be teaching you something this week. And it's going to be meant for you and you alone. And it's meant, and when I say you and you alone, it's going to be something that is going to answer questions within you, if that makes sense. The Ace of Cups is going to take on the energy of yourself. So this is really fine-tuning who you are. Your first love should always be yourself. The Ace of Cups is the number one. Cups is love. Your first love should be yourself. And I think this mentor is coming in to teach you that. So I really hope that is exactly what this card means, because that's going to be amazing. I remember having a mentor myself, and I learned so very much. So let's move on to our possible outcomes. We have the Seven of Cups and the Eight of Swords. So let's start with that Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups energy is all about wishful thinking. You might have too many choices on the table. This is a card of illusions, of dreams. Maybe someone who has their head in the clouds, and you should be studying your textbooks, but yet you're daydreaming about the weekend. That is the Seven of Cups kind of energy. It's all about fantasy, having options. It's almost a very confusing energy. So then we have the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords is a card of feeling trapped. So are we feeling trapped by our inability to decide what our next step should be? Is that why Spirit wants you to pay attention to whoever the King of Swords is in your life? Because you're going to need help making your decision. You have too many options on the table, Gemini. And too many options for your brain right now is making you feel trapped. You're not excited. You're actually kind of dreading it. So let's see where this energy is going to go for potential outcome. We have Seven of Cups and the Eight of Swords for Gemini. Spirit guides, why? Why is that combination here? Two of Pentacles again, because you need to learn balance. You need to learn balance, Gemini. That is what your lesson is. You're juggling too much. You need to learn balance. You need to let some of the 7 items that you are juggling with that 7 of Cups, you need to let some of them fall. You need to let some of them go, because that's the only way you're going to get out of this trapped feeling. So let's grab our Alchemy of the Spirit card and figure out how this is going to wrap all this up. Spirit guides, what card is going to wrap this up for Gemini? Ooh, the snake. Snickety snake. The Spirit of transformation. Is that what we are having a problem with this week, Gemini? Too many choices to transform into? The Spirit of the Snake arrives with the eclipse to remind you that the opportunity for transformation is always at your will. If you've been feeling uncomfortable, it is because the universe is pushing you in a different direction. And even though change is scary, it's perhaps one of the most beautiful gifts life has to offer. The importance of life is not a tragedy, but a wonder. If you awaken and uncover your true self, you'll notice you make some people uncomfortable. Some might even call you weird or out of touch. But don't worry. You are simply breaking off from what you were told to be and becoming who you want to be. Not everyone will align with the new version of yourself, and that is okay. You are not for everybody. The important thing is that you stay true to yourself so that the right people and projects come into your life. Follow your heart and the calling of your spirit, and everything will align around you. So be authentic, Gemini. There's only one you. There you have it. So if any of this resonated, I would really appreciate a like, share, or follow. It really does help out. And if you made it this far, thank you so very much. And I will see you next week.